Hey guys, this is Hansel and I'm gonna explain you about what is the nursing process for study in Australia. Wherever you guys are watching this video from, maybe this will be helpful for you guys if you are planning to study medicine in Australia, maybe nursing or any kind of uh, job in healthcare sector. So Australia is really rich in healthcare, and they really emphasize on this particular thing because they spend lots and lots of money, and there is a research showing that Australia spends so much money that it's bigger than the military budget. So that means that you can understand how crucial this healthcare it's in Australia, right? And I am currently studying nursing at the moment, and it's already been 10 months. And I just realized it's been 10 months, right? And I thought that I started a couple of months ago because time flies. But anyway, I wanted to talk about how is the experience like, what sort of thing that you need to keep in mind while you are studying medicine. And it's a very important topic because most people kind of regret the decision of getting into medicine after studying for some time. There was so many colleague of mine who I started at the same time, but they eventually kind of didn't like the subject, and they find it very hard. And they kind of, whenever I had a conversation with them, they always say about this is not for me, this is kind of very hard as well. And just for the sake of that, I wanted to make a video on nursing. And so the requirement for you guys to get into nursing is you need to have IELTS at least 7, and there are reading writing where you can have 6 or 6.5. But you need to have a good English is really mandatory if you try to get into nursing. I'll make a new video on emphasizing and like literally talking about what exactly is the point that you need. But a good English score is most important in nursing if you try to get into this healthcare, right? And the second thing is you really need to be you need to have a lot of passion for this thing. You need to you can't just be like, I will get my citizenship, or I want to make 100 grand a year. Just you are not just doing this for the sake of money, but you love this, you love reading this, you love to read about medication, how our physiology and anatomy works. So you need to have passion about this subject. And the other thing, the third point is you need to be really patience. You need to have patience because this is the kind of a job where you need to have patience. You need to talk to the patient, you need to have good communication skill, you need to understand what they are trying to say. And there are a lot of guidelines, there are a lot of things that comes into play. But you need to be a good listener, and you need to be really patient with the time. And even when you are studying, you need to listen to your teacher and your professor about what they are talking about. The fourth important point that I love it is you need to study. If you don't study, self study is all about, you know all about building yourself. Either you are doing medical, or either you are doing IT, either you are whatever subject you are trying to get into. If you are not um eager, or if you're not curious, or if you don't ask your why, then it doesn't really matter how much someone pressure you to study. It really doesn't matter. So you need to know, and you need to really read yourself, you need to self read, you need to be really passionate about this. And yeah, that's all. I just wear this to be cool. I'm just wearing this off for now. um the 5 point is being able to retain as much as you can. It's not about, it's not about being smart or being intelligent, but it's about, there are a lot of medications, there are a lot of calculation that needs to be done, there are formulas that you have to keep in mind. So if you are someone who makes small notes and like stick into your wallpaper, or put into your house, in your fridge, in your refrigerator, whatever that is, and that will help you a lot. Because there are exams, there are OSCEs that happens, and so many people fail on that as well. And that's really hard, and because you have to prepare for like months and months, and you fail, and you have to pay like 10 grand extra. And that's really a big burden, right? So to not let that happen, you need to make sure that always be ready for that sort of circumstance not to happen. So be ready, like make notes, put into the sticky notes, and get sticky note like this that I have right now. Well, I'm not a kind of guy who's like always study, but when I study I just lock in, right? So that's why I just emphasize people to lock in for that prayer. And it's, if you're someone who is like a kind of a person who love to study, who make to notes, this is for you, man. I have seen a lot of my friends of mine who are literally, highlighting every points of them, making notes, and they are the one who is scoring the highest in the test and things like that. So this will be really helpful for you. So these are the skills that you need to study nursing, right? And there are requirements, like I said, IELTS, a PT score, and you need to have certain visas condition, that which I will get into later on the video. But this is kind of an introduction to what are the things that you need if you want to get into nursing, because this is a very broad topic. You are taking care of a lot of patients, you maybe thousands of patients over your lifetime. You are talking to a lot of people, and you are literally taking care of a patient who is about to die, right? So it's on your hand, right? If the morphine, for example, if there is a medication morphine that maybe you guys may be aware about, if you was supposed to give 1 milligram of morphine, but you give 10 milligram of morphine because you were confused or because you mismatched the calculation, then the person will die due to heart failure or organ failure because the heart stopped pumping. So this is not a joke, this is a real thing, and this is something that you guys will start thinking about when you get into the subject. And it might be senseless for someone who never been into this medical thing, but for someone who, I was like the same, right? I was like, yeah, it's just chill. And but over time you will start realizing that how important that is, that you need to be really cautious about the decision that you make. And you'll be the kind of a person that always think, right? Think before you speak, think before you talk, think before you act. And that is what it's all about, nursing. And I'll make a new video on what are the requirements for international student, if there is an international student who try to study in Australia. And I'm currently studying in Melbourne, Australia. So I am sharing the kind of experience that I'm feeling. And this is it. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, hit the like button, and see you next one.